I gave my entire team an paid week off. We shut the company down. And here's what happened. Hey guys, I'm Thaddeus telling you, I am the CEO of On Purpose Media. We are a digital marketing agency who does websites, SEO, Google ads for home service companies. We also have a team of 15 people in our office. And the last 2 years, actually, we've done it. We completely shut down for an entire week over the Christmas holidays. Now, I know you're watching this video and it's not Christmas time, so why am I telling you about this? Well, the impacts are still far reaching. See, the team has still told me that they loved that we shut down for that. They loved the experience of what they had. Now, by the way, before I did it, I was scared as shit. I was nervous. Like, I'm shutting my entire company down for an entire week. What? By the way, it's situational, right? I mean, my business is all online. Your business might not be able to shut down for an entire week. You can modify schedules. You could go on a skeleton crew, for example, and just focus on emergency calls and not necessarily do any new work or installs or bigger projects or bigger builds, and just handle emergency calls that come in, and now you skeleton crewed it, okay? So you can kind of adapt this however you want. But the scary part for me was the fact that we're in the middle of website builds and projects, and are we going to drop the ball for our clients? Now, here's the thing that we made sure to tell the team, is that this wasn't something that is given. You don't get to just get a random week off. You actually have to earn it, and they had to earn it all the way up till like almost the very last day. Now, the thing is, if I actually pulled that back, I would be horrible. But if they also didn't hold their end of the bargain, I would have, right? And that's also the understanding, right? That's the culture that we have, is that they knew if they would have dropped the ball and not had everything ready to go in advance, that we would have actually pulled it back. The other part too is we also had daily check-ins. And so we had every team member had to log in and check in at least for 30 to 60 minutes if there were stuff that they needed to attend to or urgent or whatever, to make sure that nothing was ever missed. So if a client emailed in, for example, they still had to log in, they still had to check it. If it was an urgent item, our web development team would have had to do it. Our Google ads had to go to make sure that things were still running, right? So those sorts of things still happened. So it wasn't, I guess, a full week off, but they had complete flexibility, right? They had freedom to be able to do it. The reality is that a lot of businesses don't ever treat their team the right way. They don't care about their people, right? They put their price or their product first. But if you put your people first, now you can actually charge more on your price and for your product, because your people have bought into you and your mission and your vision and your values and what you're creating. That's the powerful shit that can happen when you take care of your people and you do fun things like this. Tommy Mello, when I had a podcast, he came on a bunch, and even on some of the other podcasts, cook for your people, feed them. Do you ever do a random breakfast? If they're coming in for, let's say, an all-hands meeting, I don't know, I'm going to play pretend, I can make it up. I don't know your schedule and your organization. Some people do it Mondays, some people do it Thursdays, whatever. So if you have these all-hands meetings, do you ever feed them? Do you ever take the opportunity to make them pancakes? Or on a Friday afternoon, cook them burgers for those that are in person. Now, we're virtual, so obviously I can't really cook everybody burgers. So we have a little bit different of a scenario in our business. Actually, a little bit more difficult to build culture in a remote world, in my opinion. But I think we've nailed it. But in person, those are some of the things that you can really tie that together. The companies, that, by the way, that have a tough time recruiting, they don't do this type of stuff. They would never even entertain giving people a full week off, paid, by the way, to be able to do that. They would never entertain it. It's no wonder they can't hire people, because people don't want to work there, right? If you want to run a good company, take care of your people, because your people will then take care of you. Again, you don't have to do a week off. Maybe start with Fridays, right? Give some people some Fridays off and say, hey, you know what? We're going to shut down on Friday. We're not going to take any new big builds. We have a skeleton crew of some people that will handle some emergency work should it come our way. I'm looking for some volunteers that want to be able to do that. Ask them. People will volunteer. Other people will want the time off, right? But do these small things and reap the benefits for your team. Trust me. If you like this video, there's a ton more on there on digital marketing, on culture, on business. I bring it all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and down on the bottom of the page so you get notified when I have more videos that come out. See you on the next video.